some of the best things about living here in Ghana?
The variety of the food. Rice. There's so many ways it can be prepared, and it's just like, oh, okay. You can have it as wache, you can have it as plain rice, you can have it as jollof, you can have it as fried rice. They even have rice porridge, you know? Like, they're so creative with food. It's amazing. Yeah. Their food is amazing.
What else?
Top one. The other thing is being an African who moved to another African country. Like, I feel right at home. Yeah, I love that. I feel right at home. Besides the language barrier, I don't feel out of place or out of sync with locals or whatever. So, I think it's also because I'm very social.
I think so.
Like, I talk to everyone. Like, even where I live, I talk to the security guards every day. I have a small conversation with them. Oh, teach me this, teach me that.
It makes me realize that one person's experience is not everybody's experience.
Yeah.
And personality matters. Like, I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how everyone greets in Ghana? Like, oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yeah.
So from the time I enter, like, my neighborhood to the time I get to my house, I have to greet maybe, like, okay, let's say, like, 10 people.
Yeah, and they'll feel offended if you don't.
Yes. So sometimes I'll take a back route. Because I'm an introvert, and so sometimes, but it's also the language. Like, sometimes I just want to say, "What's up, fam? How you doing?"
Just put it in your head that it's a saying is "What's up."
But it's not the same. You know, I realize I have the accent.
You have the accent, so yeah.
So it's like I can get to like, "Hey, what's up?" But then after that, when people actually start telling me like, "What's going on?"
I think Southern Africans, we have like strong accents, right? So when I speak to people on the phone, I get a lot of sorry to say that again.
Yeah.
But the great thing about them is the way they speak English. You can hear everything. Or is it different for you?
It depends. Yeah, no, it depends.
I think it's the way they pronounce words.
No, it's true. Unless someone is speaking like the pidgin English.
Yeah, unless they're speaking. But if they're speaking regular English.
For me, the number one thing that I've enjoyed, and I've said this in most of my videos, is not having to be a black person.
Yeah, just being you.
Like, not having to think about that is the number one best thing about living in
I find that so interesting because I've never ever identified as like, look, I'm a black person, like ever. Because I was born in Africa, I've lived most of my life here. It's never been a thing.
Wow.
I've just always been a human being. It's strange for me that it's a big deal for you.
Oh my God, yes it is. Oh
so
yeah.
Strange.
I realized that like the world is so big and everybody's experience is so different. And it's like some of the stuff that we can take for granted. Like, okay, like in the US, I'm used to certain maybe structural things. But the things that money cannot buy,
that's true.
I find it here. I tell people like America's very like aggressive. Like people are very mad a lot of times. You can be driving down the street and like someone cuts you off or whatever, and you could literally get shot.
You could die right there.
Because people are so angry. And the guns are everywhere in the US. Everyone has, not everyone, but guns are very common. So to come to Ghana, and it's more like, it's very conservative, but like it's more calm. I know that for the most part, most of that stuff won't happen. It's just...
Yeah, you won't even experience political violence here. No, I've never seen a protest here. Where I'm from, it's different. But I do find them a little bit too conservative. I feel like they're too in the box.
So speaking about that, you know, when you talk about the conservative Ghanaian, how is dating? And...
I don't think I've ever dated a Ghanaian man. I don't think they're for me.
Just too conservative?
They have, I'm sorry to say this on camera, everything, but it's too much. It's too much. I feel like I'd have to dial back who I am to fit into the dating culture of Ghanaians, and I can't do that.
So what about other experiences for you, like housing? Have you taken Chocho? How do you get around?
But I haven't. I might do it tomorrow, but I haven't had a Chocho experience. But I'm not, to be honest, I'm not looking forward to it. They don't seem to be regulated or roadworthy. I mean, they look like death traps, but not in a violent way. I think they've made the Chocho system feel like it's for like really, really like poor people.
Why?
When you even look at them in a Chocho, they seem so depressed, so unhappy.
I'd say take a Chocho to like just a one direct place. Like, have you been to Medina?
No.
Or take a Chocho to Medina. Wow.
Did you do it?
Oh, I go to Medina all the time.
Was it? What's in Medina?
Everything is in Medina.
Oh, okay.
Everything.
All right.
Electronics, animals, hair, clothes, everything.
That's another thing that I don't like about their market. I like it and I hate it about their markets. You can find anything you can think of in one spot. My only thing about that is like some things are not meant to be in the same spot, you know.
Like what?
Like you can't be cutting hair here while someone is selling some food here. You know, like the pieces in here. Like one thing an experience that I don't like, walking on the roadsides. The roads are so small; they don't have sidewalks. When they were planning, they didn't make room for sidewalks, so it's very small. You can comfortably walk, and cars are passing. Like I panic. I panic when cars are that close to me. I've got
that's true.
Road anxiety or whatever. Yeah. I panic. I can't walk with my daughter along the road and not panic.